Maharban, bonjour, hola, ni hao, namaste, and hello. Welcome to the EL Parent Information video. We welcome everyone in many different languages, and to be exact, we have 18 different languages here at Clarks Creek that we celebrate each day. We're going to share lots of information in this video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We will share how your child was identified as an EL student, their access report that shows where they're currently at. We're going to tell you more about what an ILP or an individualized learning plan is. We'll share who works with your child each day at school and what their support will look like and how you will be updated about their progress. How was your child identified as an EL student? This began when you completed the home language survey when you registered your child at Clarks Creek. On this survey, you shared with us the native language of the student, the language spoken most often by the student, the language that is spoken by the student in the home, and what language is spoken most often in the home. Each January into February, our EL students take what we call the WIDA assessment. This assessment gives us the language level of the student. If the student was new to Clarks Creek this year and did not take WIDA last year, so this would be anyone that's moved into our district or a kindergartner, we completed what we call a WIDA screener. This gives us a level to begin at to help your child be successful at school. Let me tell you a little bit more about WIDA. There are four main areas that WIDA assesses: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These scores are combined to give us a score for oral language, literacy, and comprehension, and then an overall score. Then the students are placed into a level from level 1, that is entering, to level 5, which is bridging. This gives you definitions of the different proficiency levels of WIDA. An entering student knows and uses minimal social language and minimal academic language and will need some visual support, where a level 5 student or a level 6, which is reaching, uses and knows social and academic language within their grade level material. Once a student reaches a level 5, they no longer will take the WIDA assessment in the spring. Instead, for 2 years, we will monitor their progress to make sure they're still showing success at school. Then they will exit the ELL program. On average, it takes about 1 academic year for students to move up a proficiency level. So, if a student begins at a level 2.5, our goal is for them to be at a level 3.5 the following year. The WIDA proficiency level give us great data and information to help plan instruction for your child. Once we know a child's WIDA proficiency level, we use the WIDA can-do descriptors. This helps us figure out what the child can already do. We use this as a beginning point to set goals for your child. These goals are used to help us write what we call an ILP, or an individualized learning plan for your child. We take what they know from the can-do descriptors, we decide on what supports they need, and we create an individualized plan. Let's take a look at this plan. You will receive a copy of your child's ILP. This is an example of what the first page looks like. Please check to make sure the data we have entered on this first page is correct. If not, let your child's teacher know. In the bottom portion here, you will see their WIDA scores from the last assessment given, which also includes their overall score. The next page will give you more of a breakdown of your child's levels. You can see their listening, speaking, reading, and writing levels. Remember, these are based on the WIDA proficiency levels, which begin at a level 1 and go up to a level 6. Based on these levels, goals are created for your child. There will be a goal for each area. You will be able to see the goal area, the goal written, how we're going to measure progress, when this begins, and when we're hoping your child reaches this goal. That would be the target date. These goals are written in collaboration between your child's classroom teacher and the EL teachers. And finally, on the ILP, you will see the accommodations being used with your child. Many times these include extra time during testing, or a test read aloud, or testing in a small group. There'll also be information about classroom assessment accommodations. This page also includes the services your child will receive. All of our EL students are in what we call a sheltered English classroom. They are clustered together in a classroom with other EL students. This page will show you how often they will receive additional services. Primary services are given by their homeroom teachers. The students will also receive additional services from our EL instructional assistants. How will you know if your child's making progress? First, know that we have a collaborative team here at Clarks Creek between the administrators, the EL teacher, the classroom teacher, and the EL instructional assistants. We work together to make sure the children are receiving what services they need. The ILPs are updated yearly, and your student will take the WIDA Access Test in late January, early February, and you will receive their scores sometime around in May. We are sometimes asked if a child will always be an English language learner. The answer is no. Each year we take the WIDA assessment, as described previously. Once the child assesses at a proficiency level 5, they will enter what we call a monitoring period. During this time, they will not take the WIDA assessment, but we will monitor their progress for 2 years to ensure they are continuing to grow as learners. After the monitoring period, if they have shown success, they will no longer be considered an English language learner. If you have a scheduled parent conference or meeting with your classroom teacher and you are in need of an interpreter, we can provide one. Just notify the school of need. We do need a 3-day advance notice. We'll have a form to fill out and we'll schedule the interpreter for the conferences. Let your child's teacher know if this is a need. Your children have an amazing opportunity of knowing more than one language. We support them being bilingual and in some cases more than 2 languages. Please encourage your child to stay connected to their home culture and language. Encourage your child to stay connected to these same cultures in English. We want to help you develop your child's language needs in both their native language and in English. Let us know what we can do to help. We are so glad that your child is here with us each day at Clarks Creek. Please let us know if you have any questions. You can begin by emailing your child's teacher. Thank you.